when that happens, the sin inside can foul the air and soil the relationship. To ignore sin's reality and potency is to deny the very reason Jesus lived, died, and rose on the third day. So I wrote, "When sinners say, 'I do,' WSSID, to help couples, engaged, newlywed, or in crisis, to understand that when sin becomes bitter, Christ becomes sweet. And marriage gets pretty sweet too." After When Sinners Say, "I Do." 10 years after WSSID was published, Kim and I celebrated our 35th wedding anniversary. The milestone prompted me to reflect upon the feedback I've received about that first book. Some readers talked about specific chapters as important moments in their understanding of marriage, but most often the audience was a premarital group, or newlyweds, or folks experiencing some crisis in marriage because they never laid proper foundations. So I got to thinking, as marriages grow and age, what defining moments do they experience? What are the unique points of trouble and transformation that visit us as our marriages mature, as we navigate the realities of job and financial challenges, keep our heads above water in the kiddie years, raise teenagers or adult children, empty the nest, suffer, age, or prepare for final goodbyes? What moments define a durable marriage? The more I've reflected on this, the more I've sensed a deep burden to circle back to you with "I Still Do," a fresh and time-tested perspective on how needs, desires, sin, and gospel applications change as couples move beyond the newlywed years. For one thing, I've learned that something more than our sin is exposed when we say, "I do." Yes, the luggage of our sin required God to become a man and spill His precious blood as the only remedy. But the baggage we bring into our marriage represents more than our sin. You see, the strength of my first book was also its weakness. I did well to help young couples unpack the undisclosed baggage of their sin. But sinfulness, while central, isn't the only thing that impacts a couple's marital union. As Kim and I stacked up more and more anniversaries, we began to see these other influences, factors that could not readily be ascribed to our sinful hearts. Here's one example. Expressing emotion has never come easy for me. I'm not talking here about the typical guy thing, though it's true that some men would rather be dragged naked across broken glass than appear to be weak or macho-light. No, my lack of emotion is much worse. It's something more primal, more visceral. For some reason, I struggle to access and define my feelings while I instinctively cap emotional displays. When I came into marriage, I thought denying my emotions was a good thing and conveying them was bad. Ladies, how would you like to be married to a piece of work like that? Where did my avoidance of emotions come from? Was it a maneuver of my active, sinful heart I developed to avoid repenting from selfishness? Maybe. But assuming my avoidance of emotions was the result of sin didn't bottom it out for me. I needed to get in touch with a part of myself that seemed genetically coded in my constitution. I explored and confessed my control issues, but my feelings remained concealed, floating out of reach behind an impenetrable fog. How could Kim possibly feel treasured unless light pierced my emotional darkness? And if my visceral reaction to emotional displays wasn't just a result of willful sin, what could it be? My thoughts moved from my heart to my childhood home. She married a Harvey. My dad was a steelworker, just like his father before him. He was also a veteran of the Korean War, and he grew up in a home where he never knew.